FSN Radio. It's all about what's next. Go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com and sign up for your free weekly newsletter. You'll also get 3 free reports. The Financial Survival Network. It's all about what's next.
Today's show is brought to you by Blue Sky Uranium Corporation. Blue Sky has first mover advantage in Argentina in the world's newest uranium and vanadium district. With an existing near-surface deposit that's open for expansion, Blue Sky also controls a massive district-scale land package with mineralization along a 145-kilometer-long trend. Blue Sky possesses tremendous exploration upside and is an excellent leverage play on rising uranium and vanadium prices. The company is run by a best-in-class management and technical team with proven exploration and development success in Argentina. Blue Sky Uranium trades under the ticker symbol BSK on the Toronto Venture Exchange and as BKUCF on the OTC. For more information and to stay on top of the latest news, go to blueskyuranium.com. That's blueskyuranium.com.
The Financial Survival Network. It's all about what's next.
Welcome. You are listening to the Financial Survival Network. I'm Kerry Lutz. It's 3/5/19 and metals are down, dollar up, stock market up. How can this be? Why is it happening? What do you think? What's your opinion? Email me, kl@kerrylutz.com with your opinion. And hey, we'll read it on the air. Anyway, let's find out more about it. Let's talk to our good friend Eric Hadik. Find him at insidetrack.com. That's inside with 2 I's, INSIIDE track.com. Eric, welcome back. And hey, markets, stock market recovering, gold down, silver down, dollar up, and oil up as well. What's going on here?
Well, Kerry, seeing a lot of divergent or competing activity in the markets. I think from a equity market perspective, now that we've seen a roughly 2-month recovery from those late December lows, most of the indexes I watch are running into their 1 to 2 month upside price targets, which existed right around the early December highs. And I think that we're seeing some slowing in the market. We're seeing a sequence of short-term peaks, first in the transportation average about 2 weeks ago, then in the Dow or in the industrials and a couple other indexes on February 25th. Then you saw the S&P and NASDAQ spike to new highs yesterday. And that's kind of on a smaller scale is kind of what we saw last September, October, where you saw this sequence. I often compare it to an old wooden roller coaster where it's at a different time, and it's only after that last car crosses the summit that then you get a more speedy decline, and we're starting to see those final cars get to the top on a short-term basis. And I think we could see a moderate sell-off into the second half of March.
Interesting. So sell-off coming, huh? And you think we're in a bear market or a downtrend now? Well, how would you classify it?
I think you are definitely looking at a multi-year topping phase. I expect a lot of stocks to retest their 2018 highs, but I also think we're going to get some divergence there where certain indexes peak out below those highs. And then during the second half of 2019 and into 2020, we see things start downside, but more than any, a drawn-out back and forth, up and down affair for a couple of years.
For a couple of years, huh? So no more new highs, or very briefly reached new highs, but no 20+% appreciation in a year for sure. So how do you play this market, Eric, to profit from it?
Well, I look to play it on week and 1 to 2 month basis. It does involve certainly more timing and more picking than just a buy and hold or a sell and go away type of mentality. So I think you do have to be far more nimble in playing the stock market at this time.
Yeah. So no more just buy and hold and wait for it to go up. You got to be a picker here, and you got to really use serious timing, although that's very difficult for most. So dollar looks like it's headed back up, perhaps?
I think that the dollar is also in its own topping phase, but on a different wave structure, different cyclic basis, and we really saw on a continuous basis or on the cash basis a peak in November, and then a moderate sell-off, and it's been struggling to get back to those highs for the last couple months. And I think the dollar is going to see bigger downturn in the second half of March, but then extending out through the second quarter of this year, and that should take out the intra-year lows that it has set so far. So I think there's more room on the downside for the dollar than there is on the upside. And it might be something, too, that's a bit of a sell the news. The dollar had strengthened partially on a lot of the trade conflict, and as the yuan was really selling off and getting weaker during all the tariff battles, you could see the opposite happen if any form of resolution comes about from that.
All right. Interesting. So oil's been a little bit up recently from its previous lows. I mean, when we look at the current per barrel price, we're looking at almost $57 the barrel. And again, this is that same kind of sideways channel, sawtooth formation, huh?
Yeah, and you see a lot of the moves in oil tracking very similar to the stock market. They both, again, topped in late September, early October, both saw sharp sell-offs there in the fourth quarter, both bottomed in late December, and then both recovered since then, but on a much different proportional basis, whereas crude and the oil markets are certainly lagging the strength that you've seen in overall equity markets lately, and I wouldn't expect them to move in lockstep. It's just that general intermediate trends that they pretty much in tandem. I think that crude has certainly set a 3 to 6 month bottom, could even stretch out a little farther than that, but on a larger scale has set a more significant top back in September of last year. So it could be range bound for quite some time.
Mm-hmm. All right. And finally, because we got to make this quick, by the way, just email us, kl@kerrylutz.com. Any questions or comments? Got to catch a plane shortly. So just let's talk about precious metals for a couple seconds, and then I'll let you get on your way.
Well, gold has been really adhering to the overall structure that I know you and I have talked about on a few occasions. And one of the primary targets or focus that I have had since August was to look for a multi-month peak in late February, early March of 2019, and that was the convergence of just a myriad of weekly and monthly, and then as we got closer, daily cycles. And I even put together a piece called Cycle Crescendo that I wrote on February 20th and put it out to my subscribers. And everything was coming together for an important top there. And within a week or so, we started to see the confirmation of that, with gold and silver starting to sell off. I think that they have a month or two of some consolidation here. I think it is within the broader context of an uptrend in gold, and I think that gold will eventually make it to higher highs even in this year, potentially as soon as June, July of this year. But right now we're certainly in a corrective phase that my target has been to see gold drop from that near 1350 level down to at least 1270, and silver to get under $15. Mm-hmm. So they're in the process of fulfilling that near-term outlook.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's what we kind of looked at. I was thinking, I knew that gold was going to go down, for the past week or so. It was getting more and more obvious by the day. It didn't break, the resistance point on the upside. So it was kind of obvious it was going to go down. As far as how low it will go down and where it'll stay, maybe it will get down to 1270s or 60s, then probably pick up a little bit and stay there like right under 1300, probably till the summer months, the summer rally. And let's see what happens. Anyway, Eric, just tell us best websites to find you at these days.
Best website is InsideTrackTrading.com. Again, like you said, with that extra I in the middle, INSIIDE, TrackTrading.com. We also do post a lot of our archived articles and publications on 40yearcycle.com, the number 40 and yearcycle.com. So they're the two best places to get hold of a lot of our information and contact us.
All right. Excellent. Hey, and you can contact us again, kl@kerrylutz.com, Twitter feed @KerryLutz, Facebook page, Financial Survival Network. And if you're listening on YouTube podcast, please subscribe, like, and share. It really helps us a lot when you do it. Helps get the word out, helps get people like Eric's message to those of you who really need it. Eric, we'll talk to you again real soon. Thanks for coming on.
Okay, thanks, Harry.
FSN Radio. It's all about what's next. Go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com and sign up for your free weekly newsletter. You'll also get 3 free reports. The Financial Survival Network. It's all about what's next.